Hi, everybody. It's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 310. And I'm going to show you a really cute technique that I just learned from the concept artists at Stampin' Up. And this gives you kind of like a water look. You know, when you're looking in the pool, it kind of looks fun, like ripply or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do today. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So during the video premiere, I'm in the chat room. So head on over there. That's where I'll be with my friends. If you are watching the replay and you have a question or comment, leave it below, and then Stampin' Up, then YouTube will let me know and I can reach out to you. So hopefully you'll join me in the chat room. I would also love if you were subscribed to my channel. You'd be amazed at how many people watch, because I can kind of look in the reports or whatever. A lot of people watch but aren't subscribed. So please do so, because that also makes YouTube share my channels more. So that always helps. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already been playing around, so my fingers are nice and inky. So you are going to need the new water and dotted lines decorative masks. So I have used this before. Remember when I made this really cute little giraffe box with the new scalloped treat boxes, I think there. You can see the little, if I slide the little belly band, see it exposes the little scallop window there. But anyway, so this uses that same mask. We're just going to use it a different way. So let me spin the camera so we can get started. I'm going to show you the technique, and then I will show you, a project made with the technique. All right, so I just have a grid sheet down here to protect my space, and then I'm going to get a piece of basic white. And I'm gonna actually, let me type this down. And I'm just using some Post-it tape just so that this doesn't move. Okay. All right. And then what I'm going to need is a whatchamacallit, a spritzer. And these come in a 2-pack or a 3-pack. All right, so I'm just going to open this up. Is it a 2-pack or a 3-pack? Oh my gosh, Diana. Now I can't remember. Because I usually, like, when I get an order, I just open this stuff up and then I put it away. So now I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3. Oh my gosh. All right. I know it's more than one. Okay, so I just have my little bottle. Now you can use 70%, and I just have 91% in my craft room. I usually use 70% for my plants. But I use 90% when I do that alcohol technique. So I usually just have this on hand. So it's just a little, it evaporates faster than the 70. All right, so I filled it up about to there because I am using the 90. All right. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put 6. So we'll see how dark that is going to be. And that is the Azure. I picked the Azure Afternoon. I'll show you one I did earlier, and I used Misty Moonlight on that one. But I thought I wanted to try a different color, so it was a little bit brighter. All right, so we're just going to lay the mask down and then give this a shake. And this is when it gets all over my fingers. All right, so we're going to give that a shake. And then we're going to mist this. Now I'm doing a whole sheet. That way I can cut it to the size I need, because I'm not for sure what I'm going to do with it. All right, so we're just going to mist through the mask. Okay. Now, you want to let that dry. Now, this is 91%, so it dries pretty quick. But I'm going to just fan it a little bit. Now, this is going to stain your mask, but, you know, it is what it is. All right. So now we're going to turn, because this is what it looks like just with one spritz. Then I'm going to turn it. And we're going to spritz it again. Okay. I'm going to let that dry again. You don't want to be breathing in this alcohol, so you want to make sure you have like a fan on you or whatever. Because I usually hold this down in front of the fan in between, but just for the video, I'm just using a fan. All right, and then we're going to turn it one more time. You can already kind of see that pool look, right? So we're going to turn it one more time. Shake, shake, shake. And doing the same thing, just giving it a good fan with the fan, just to kind of dry that. And you'll see it drying on the mask. Like I said, it's going to stain your mask, but I'm not too worried about that. You could maybe try using soap. I just rinsed it with water and it still had a little bit of color on it. So I think as long as it washes off and doesn't come off anymore, it's not going to get on anything else. All right. And then when you lift it up. So now you have this really cool pool look, is what I like to call it, right? Like you're in the swimming pool and you can see the reflections going on. And then as it dries, but it just looks so neat. Let me take it off of here so you don't have that grid sheet behind you. But like I said, this was Azure. Let me just peel that off. This was the Azure Afternoon. And I just, I put, how much I put that in there. Now, you can mix it stronger or less, it's totally up to you. And then what I'll do is I will take my Sharpie and I'm going to go 90% alcohol and Azure. That way I'll know, like later, what this was. This one was the 90% and Misty Moonlight. So you can see, you've got two different colors here. And then, so this was the Azure. Looks really, really cool, right? And then it confuses the camera a little bit like before, because it's trying to focus, but it's kind of blurry, right? Because the way it was, where you spritzed it. All right, so here is Misty Moonlight. Get it off the grid sheet and the whatever tape. So here's Misty Moonlight. So it gives you two different, variations or whatever. I just wanted something a little lighter. To me, this reminds me more of when I'm in the pool, right? This color right here. This has got almost looks a little purpley, but this is what, when I watched Stampin' Up doing it, they used Misty Moonlight. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to use Misty Moonlight and do it the same. And then when I did, I'm like, well, I want to try the Azure because to me it's a little brighter. But isn't that really cool? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make something with this and show you how cool it is. Before I show you the stinking cute card, let me show you what I used to make it. All right, so I used the new Splash and Relax bundle. And this is so fun. I almost didn't get it, but we got a pool last year. So I'm like, well, okay, it doesn't have to be a beach. It can be a pool. So I used those. I needed some greetings, or some letters. So I did pick alphabet a la mode because that worked well. And I picked You're the Best because it had a couple greetings in here that I could do a little bit of altering with it. And then the colors I used were Secret Sea, and then Azure Afternoon because I used that when I was spraying. I also used the Poppy Parade and Lemon Lime Twist. And look, and of course I used the white gel pen. I love that you can get the gel pens. All right, and this is the adorable card. I love pool time. Wishing happiness floats your way. Isn't that so cute? So all I did was I just kind of made it mimic the pool. Now we just have like an above ground pool. Our neighbor has an in-ground pool and he fishes out ground squirrels, scorpions, toads. And we just, because we live out in the boonies. So we just did an above ground because then those kind of things can't get in it. And we have really been enjoying it. So this kind of mimics the gray outside of the pool or whatever. And then just the little white, just to kind of break up the pattern with the gray. And then I just used the I love you all the time because I needed something that said time. I wanted it to say pool time. And so I looked through all my stamp sets and I'm like, oh, here's one that says time. And then it also gave me the little exclamation point. But then when I stamped it, I'm like, oh, I love that it says I love. So I just put that all together and it says I love pool time because we're always like pool time, let's go swimming. So anyways, but I think this would make a really cute scrapbook page too. Just do like, a 12 by 12 piece of paper with that mask. And I just think it looks really cool. I even went into Jeff. I go, what does this look like? And he goes, it looks like water, and that mask, it looks like water, if you just do it by itself. Again, I'll show you so this is what you do it, by itself. This, I thought it looked more like a giraffe, a fun colored giraffe. But I love the technique here with the misting and the moving it because it did totally give that pool kind of look. And you can see here that it colored it a little bit, right? And so I probably could go in there, and really wash it. But if it doesn't come off when I use it as a mask, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Because it is a really cool little look. Right, so as you can tell, I have the same shirt on because I did this video. I did 2 videos in one day. So, just, well, I've got my hands all dirty and everything. But anyway, so hopefully you'll give that a try. I think it looks really, really cool. And like I said, it would make a really fun scrapbook page. Whether you do 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12, you could because this mask is huge, right? I love that they made them big. So you could put that on a 12 by 12. And so I might do some of those pages because when we were setting up the pool last year, Jeff took some photos. Now I was 10, 15 pounds lighter. Oh, Diana. Oh, well, I need to get back to eating sensibly. So yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this little water. I don't even know what to call it. It looks like pool water. Anyways, all right, so hopefully you enjoyed that. All right, so I will see you Friday for my Dies shorts, and that will be at 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And let me know if you try this out. I did do the pool, or the little inner tubes, because it does stamp like fully, and then you just stamp this over top of it. Look at my dirty finger from using the spritzer. And you just stamp this over top of it. So I just picked the lighter color and then went over with the darker. So it showed up really good with the Poppy Parade. But this one, it made the azure almost look like a green, which was totally fine. So, because it does stamp over the original color, right? So anyways, super cute. All right, so I'm going to say see you later. I'll see you Friday. Have a good one. All right, bye for now.